broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yeah. I went old school Royal Rumble theme song. What you know about this, Cathy?
Nothing.
Exactly. This is from like the early 90s. This was composed by the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
This takes me back to Sega Genesis, Royal Rumble, 1994.
Classic.
Yes.
On a day and a night, of course, where we honor the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Welcome to the Monday Night Raw After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV. Jonny Loquasto here at JQuasto. You can watch us live on YouTube, or if you're listening on iTunes, we appreciate you. Talk about a show leading up to the Royal Rumble this Sunday. We got to get right to it. We got an hour. Yeah. We got a lot to talk about. Unfortunately, Dale Rutledge not here tonight. Very busy man. Couldn't make it. Follow him on Twitter at TheWalkingDale. Tell him you miss him, because we do here. But we got a great squad here, all right? Sitting across from me, that man wearing a aqua blue. It's almost like you saw Cena's new T-shirt, and you're like, what do I have closest to it?
It was in the clearance category of WWEshop.com, so I took advantage.
What'd you get it for?
Less than $10, I
Solid.
think. Yeah.
That is not busy enough to be seen as new T-shirt.
No, it is like Hulk Hogan in vintage 85, 86.
Yeah, it's like Rock and Wrestling Connection.
Yeah.
There. Anyways, guys, find him at Funny Evan.
Yes.
Find Evan. FunnyEvan.com. His name's Evan Wecksell, at Evan Wecksell on Twitter. And you probably know his 2-year-old son, Beckett Sage, who knows more professional wrestling theme songs than all of us combined.
He's insane. Yeah, I will let you know about his biggest podcast appearance coming up after AfterBuzz, of course.
Oh, right.
But he's got something coming up that's kind of nuts.
Well, we're going to get him on the show at some point.
I just need the right, attentive, childcare help for that.
Past his bedtime, I feel like.
It's getting there.
Well, we tried to get him tonight, but he's getting a little, I don't want to say uppity. Yeah. But he's like...
He's out of our league. He's almost too famous.
I'm trying to bury him because he's catching up to me in Facebook likes very quickly.
He really is.
I have 6 weeks to go before he takes over.
More famous than Dad.
Yep.
Well, welcome to the show, Evan. Good to have you back on the show. And next to him, find her on Twitter at Catherine Kelley. She's ready for the Rumble this Sunday. She's Cathy Kelley.
Hi.
What's happening, girl?
Not much. We have to talk about this.
Yes, please.
Because before the show started, we are live on YouTube now, streaming every single after show. But before the show even started, we already had 6 likes and 1 dislike on our YouTube.
Slow clap.
And there was only 1 viewer. So that person must have been logging in and out to different accounts just to show their feedback.
Well, now it's much more. So.
I just love the fact that one person was like, "Oh, it's coming up. Not it now. Not having it. Who's on the show? Don't care."
Well, Cena watches The Bachelor, so
that's
Bachelor.
Bachelor, like folklore.
Whoever wrote that sign, like the effort. Spell check. You might want to spell check.
You might have just seen really small. They had the little red squiggly line underneath that Bachelor word, so they could correct it.
Yeah.
Or as he was walking in, they saw the sign. They're like, "You're gonna have to change the spelling of that, just so we." All right, you're good. Bachelor. Yeah, that's fine.
I feel like they might have been worried that people would tune out of Raw and tune into The Bachelor.
Was it a special episode tonight?
No.
Oh.
But there are just as many girl fights. The girl fights actually last longer.
Yeah, they're a lot harder hitting sometimes on The Bachelor, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Fighting over roses.
Yeah, more Cosmos on The Bachelor too. So this is we like sober entertainment. So yeah.
Alcohol leads to fights. Don't drink, guys.
Rocks.
Yeah. Hello. All right, Monday Night Raw, Dallas, Texas. You know, we were wondering what was going to happen leading up to the Royal Rumble, what was going to happen with the jobs of Ziggler, Ryback, and Rowan. Almost every answer we got, I believe, by the end of the episode. And needless to say, I thought it was fantastic. Overall thoughts while we get started here. I mean, I thought the finish was phenomenal. I still think there's a lot of intrigue leading up to the Rumble. I don't think we're giving a lot away. And we still don't know that many people that are in it.
No, this is the heaviest, I think, tag-heavy pay-per-view of all time.
Let's talk about that.
0 one-on-one matches for Royal Rumble.
So far. I feel like there has to be more stuff announced, right?
El Torito versus Hornswoggle, I guess.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
What could there be at this point? I mean, Rusev is in the Rumble, so he's not going to fight. What tag matches do we have? We have the kickoff.
Kickoff is big. The New Day against Adam Rose, Cesaro, Kid.
Right. Usos versus Mizdows.
Yes.
New Age Outlaws versus the Ascension.
There you go.
We were born and bred to rip and shred. God,
Take that, Road Warriors. God, that was tough.
I'm happy. I'm glad that they got a reaction. I'm just glad they weren't like, they genuinely now hate
yeah.
the Ascension.
Well, I'll be honest. When JBL got up, I was like, oh no, he's going to help out the Ascension. Thank God he didn't.
Did you really think that?
I did. I honestly did. I thought he was going to like join with because he's been trashing them the whole time. As I almost spill my drink, I thought he was going to like turn heel. Well, he already is kind of heel, but like I thought he was going to help the Ascension and like join them. And I'm like, oh God, no.
Right. If tonight was the reason for the last 3 or 4 weeks, cool. But they need an advocate to talk them up on the announcing team because
they needed something. Sometimes a gimmick doesn't work. What they think it's going to, they think it's going to go over. It doesn't. This one bombed miserably, and you just have to work with it. Like you have to figure out how to pick it up because it's either that or scrap them as talent.
Yeah, I feel like it's too quick to pull the plug on them, obviously, but
it's way too quick. But at the same time, they were so much more powerful when they didn't talk down at NXT, and they were just mysterious. And now right off the bat,
mysterious.
But right off the bat, they're already talking, so you can't bring them back to what they were down there. It's not going to work.
Right. And one detail I've heard is like I think just physically they're not as domineering as people that would act that way.
They have the old school wrestler look. I feel like they have that.
But I feel like if they were both the size of Connor, it may make more sense, make him more like, barbarian.
Yeah.
But
we'll talk about
that. Yes, we will get to that. But starting off, we start off Brock Lesnar storms to the ring. Heyman looks like he's not too pleased about it. He's like, calm down, whatever's happening here. Brock cuts him off because Heyman says, I'm a little concerned, something to that extent. Brock cuts him off. He said, I'm here to fight, baby. Seth Rollins, get your ass out here, boy.
Baby is the new brother.
Yeah. For Brock Lesnar, at least.
Baby.
We don't get Seth Rollins, but we get Triple H, and he says, Brock, you German suplex Rollins first, so technically you kind of earned the curb stomp that you got. And Brock says, are you here to fix this, or are you here to fight? That's when Steph hits the ring with Big Show and that damn corporate demon, Kane. She tries to calm him down. That's when Seth Rollins appears on the Titantron. Seth Rollins gets slimier every week, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, it's amazing what an evil faction will do to anybody. And this says something about the Authority. Right away, they were like they'd almost like half turned Brock Lesnar by the end of that segment.
Yeah.
Because 6 people ganging up on one person, no matter who it is. I mean...
And Rollins even says, Brock, you're always 2 steps behind. And Heyman with possibly the quote of the night, besides born and bred. Rip and shred. It's a close second.
Yeah.
When he says, put a leash on your puppy before Brock fixes this all by himself. That was fantastic.
I want that license plate. Born and bred, rip and shred. I think I can fit that.
How can you fit that in 7 characters?
Probably, I don't know. I get in multiple states.
But bread spelled BREAD.
No. Yeah.
Born and bred to go to Panera and have bread.
Get me carbs. No, you get one of those license plate rims, and it says like born and bred to rip and shred, and then like the Ascension going down the sides.
Texas state license plate. Yeah.
You would own a very unique license plate.
Definitely.
And then you could just have like little, forget it.
I saw a license plate while I was coming here that was You owe me 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out with that person.
No.
I saw a license plate said Roku.
No.
Just flat out Roku.
That's it?
Wasn't even a great car, no.
Were they trying to sell the cable box thing?
Yeah.
I'm guessing the guy's name was Roku.
Oh.
I don't know.
That's a pretty strong name, though.
Which you can see the WWE Network on Roku.
For $9.99 a month.
Yes.
John Cena hits the ring, brand new T-shirt, old school kind of...
Yeah, like a vintage
deal.
Throwback.
I actually like it.
You do?
I do.
It's a lot on the front.
I know.
You have to look at his chest for a
If you
really
zoom
long
in, it's
time.
like a compilation of all the catchphrases, I think, on one shirt.
Yeah,
So it's like almost like a Cena encyclopedia shirt.
Just opening up to you guys. I kind of like that T-shirt. Sorry.
Hustle, loyalty, respect.
Is it because you want one and you're hinting?
No, not necessarily. I kind of do want one.
Hey, man, you start that Kickstarter, I'm the first donor right there.
I'm trying to raise $19.99 or whatever it is. The Authority has lighted a fire under him. He said this weekend he's going to knock the teeth out of their mercenary and the teeth out of the protege, and he'll say the champ is here, and then he calls them some ashholes with an H.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steph says, you're not the man you used to be. You're not going to overcome anything. Rollins calls him a failure and said this Sunday he's going to fail again, and that's when Triple H is like, you know what? If you want to get the jobs back of your boys, tonight you're going to have a match. But if you lose, not only do they lose their jobs again, but you're out of the triple threat at the Rumble, and the universe will decide if he's allowed to even have the match. Yes or no, real simple.
You called the spread on that.
You sure did.
85-15, I guess.
Yeah.
We were both, Johnny was very close too, but
I called 87. I went over.
yeah, well, I mean, I love the blocking of the first segment because it's like you see Cena standing sideways, and he turns left, and Rollins is talking smack about him. Then he turns right, and they're talking smack about him. He's like, it's like the two angel and devils on your shoulder, except they're both just tearing you down on both shoulders.
I just love when Rollins chimes in. We're looking at the ring, and Cena's, and all of a sudden he's like, "You're a failure, John." And everyone turns like, "Oh, you again? Oh, there you are."
Damn it, Dad.
But I really thought this opening segment, I enjoyed it. Usually, long talking segments can get a little bit convoluted, but I actually kind of dug this.
I mean, I feel like the last couple weeks we've been saying that Raw has been lacking something, and this week it brought a lot. And I think that, especially with the first segment, that just kicked off everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was even a very promo heavy show to begin with all the
They had
legends
so many
coming back.
returned,
Sure.
yeah.
That's true. And yeah,
returned.
there were a lot of, it was really promo heavy. Not a lot of matches, but that's okay. We're leaving.
But it brought it,
Gonna have.
it's a go home.
I was gonna say we're gonna have a lot of matches at the Royal Rumble, but we're not.
Feels like more than last year.
Yeah, it does seem,
Oh, really?
well,
It's just so tagged.
we'll get to each tag match as we roll along here, because I'm a little confused at a couple of them. Anyways, Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan to start off. Little surprised to see Daniel Bryan wrestling right before the Rumble.
No ring rust, it seems like.
No, he was on fire
None.
tonight.
He's jumping right back in. He's gonna do he'll
He
wrestle
looks
twice
so
a night
good.
even.
Well, I assume he's been ready for at least a couple months, more or less, before they did not rush him back.
Right. They said I think he got the re-stimulation therapy, and it woke him up maybe in November. Mm-hmm. And I guess he's just been kind of still it's awake. His nerves are awake.
Well, I know at SummerSlam he told us he still didn't have feeling in this part of his arm from his ulnar nerve in his elbow. But that was 4.5 months ago, so it's a long time since. Yeah. But thank God he's back. Just was incredible. Takes advantage early on, but a minute in, Kane hits ringside. Bray takes advantage during the break, slams him into the barricade. A lot of just working the neck and just kind of makes it cringe a little bit, worrying for him. Huge clothesline, sends him out of the ring. Finally, a counter from Daniel Bryan, launches himself into Wyatt, kicks to the chest, flying goat. Kane interferes. Sister Abigail for the win, followed by a Kane chokeslam. So that means they're going to battle at the Rumble this Sunday.
They'll have their own corner in the Rumble.
Yes.
And also kudos to WWE cameras for zooming in with every kick.
Yeah.
Whenever they kick to zoom in on him.
Good work. They had great camera people and amazing editors. We say that all the time.
Yes.
Question, is Kane going to wear, what kind of shoes? Is he going to wear dress shoes at the Rumble?
That's for Men's Warehouse to decide. I don't know where, maybe very corporate looking sneakers.
Yeah, shirtless and Dockers. Probably.
Okay.
Red to match his hair.
Oh.
Or some Dickies.
Yeah. And when we're watching the math, Cathy just goes, "He's a ginger!" Like you never noticed it before.
Well, this is his baby hair before. He's letting it grow out a little bit.
He is. He's letting it all.
But he could shave. He could have that mohawk just like Undertaker. They could both have their own little...
A ginge faux hawk.
He could be. He could be the Ascension's third person.
There's a third member.
Yeah.
Are you the third member?
That would really
Not go over well.
Drop the leg.
Yeah. Triple H is backstage. Hall and Nash come up wearing their NWO gear, give him a nice big hug. They're like, "Man, take your suit off, bruh." HBK approaches and also makes fun of the suit. He's like, "What you got to do is join us in the Legends panel." And then Triple H makes fun of his hunting, talking about
shooting defenseless animals. NRA.
Does he still have a show about hunting or something?
He's had a show. I don't know if it's still going. I don't feel like it's still going on.
It was about hunting, though.
Yeah, it was like a backwoodsy, kind of thing that has 30,000 viewers, but 30,000 dedicated viewers. But
Yeah, it's like the Outdoor Channel.
Outdoor, Animal Planet, something,
such a
some
thing.
hybrid.
I don't know if there's a hunting show on Animal Planet. That'd be weird.
That would be counterproductive. That's true.
That would be like a 3 a.m. Please don't know about. The
Yeah, that's like a fast food exhibit on the Food Network.
Coming soon to Animal Planet. Natural selection. X-Pac comes in, starts doing the chops, but wait a minute, it's not X-Pac, and I admit
You
Amazing.
had no idea.
I was fooled.
Yes.
I thought it was X-Pac for the first 5 seconds.
He's great at impersonating
great
people.
stunt doubles.
Yeah. It was X-San-Pac. That's the name I came up with.
X-Dow?
Better.
Okay.
Do you have one?
Nope.
Okay. X-Dow it is. X-Dow came in. It was great. And then, of course, The Miz comes in. He's like, hold on a second. You're my stunt double. Go change. And then he tries to do the too sweet. Leaves him hanging. And then he leaves, and Triple H says he's very, very ashamed of himself.
That was... okay. I'll let him have it. I'll let him have it.
Triple H went through a range of emotions this evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, 47. 47 emotions, 7 emotions.
Exact emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. All his emoticons just done.
His emojis. He had the emoji app working wonders tonight.
He really did. Moving on, we had the Legends panel. Byron Saxton, who I thought did a fantastic job on SmackDown. I really like his commentary.
He's a very talented guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's more than just the training that he's had. I think that it's
He's just good.
Yeah, he's natural.
He did the pre-show pose down with Booker T and Alex Riley. That was funny. But I think he's great on SmackDown. Great addition. So kudos to him.
Yeah.
He's in the ring. He introduces Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, HBK, and then he asks them if they think the Fired 3 should be employed once again. HBK and Hogan say yes. Flair says no. Who knows why?
And then he shimmies.
He shimmied after every
He
answer.
did a lot of shimmies tonight.
Wouldn't it be great if you just had that reputation where you could say anything you wanted, but as long as you shimmied, they'd be like, all right.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
When? You should do it more often.
Thanks to the Colts, I mean, Ric Flair is a trending figure this week.
That was such a good video.
Well, I think the Colt cheerleaders also did it, too. Did you see that?
I know they did it, like the players did it after the win.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, they weren't doing it yesterday.
No. They took a knockout punch. That's what they did yesterday.
That Seahawks
They lost by like...
comeback.
Well, yeah, that was...
incredible.
And then
The other one was brutal.
the Patriots beat the Colts by 97,
Yeah.
which was a really amazing game.
Should have taken the under.
Flair says...
That was an amazing game. That was like... predictable.
I was being...
Yeah.
Yeah. Flair says winning the Rumble was the greatest moment in his career. HBK said there'd be no Mr. WrestleMania if it wasn't for the Royal Rumble. And then who are their picks? HBK says Bray Wyatt. Hulk Hogan says Daniel Bryan. Ric Flair says Dean Ambrose. Do you think any of them are now jinxed?
I don't know. Do you think they're intentionally left Roman Reigns out of all of those answers?
But if he wins, that means he's in the main event of WrestleMania.
It's kind
I
of.
don't think it's happening.
I think that I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they did.
What, Reigns?
Yeah.
I'm worried
They've been
it would
pushing
turn the
him
crowd
so
on him.
much.
Exactly.
It might, yeah.
I'm telling you, they had to learn their lesson from Batista last year. That was the most predictable Rumble we've ever seen, especially when Mysterio came out at number 30 and not Daniel Bryan. They can't make that mistake again.
I mean, Batista did have a history though of being, the bad guy. Reigns is like,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They have to know people are going to turn on Reigns, I think.
what a difference a year makes.
Yeah, well.
Batista and Reigns 1 year ago.
Well, to Kathy's point, sometimes it's better to not talk.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Ascension.
Have you seen the YouTube video where it was JR dubbed over Roman Reigns about to pick up a microphone? And then you see the JR audio like, "Don't do it, kid! Don't do it!"
Come on, let's give him a break.
I know, but it was.
I think he's come a long way
Yeah,
with
he
his mic
has.
skills in the last year or so.
But I just think putting him in the main event at WrestleMania.
Oh no, people would definitely.
Yeah, there's too much talent there. I mean, whether it's Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose or Daniel Bryan. I know Daniel Bryan was in it last year. Or
He could do it again.
yeah, it could be.
I mean, if
Brock
Cena,
Lesnar, Bray Wyatt, you name it.
yeah, if Cena wins this week, I mean, you could still have Lesnar versus Reigns, but that might be a non-title match. So we could still get that match, but maybe Cena versus Bryan. So it's still everything. You just don't know how these cards are going to fall. It's up to the Philly crowd. So Philadelphia, this is your chance. Your hometown.
Let them know, Philly.
Let them know as they come out the aisle.
I will not be there, and I'm sad about it. I would love to be there. But speaking of Reigns, Big Show comes on out, and I thought Big Show was fantastic for this segment. He says, "You guys aren't legends." And then he calls out the universe, flips out, for calling him a sellout. He says that everyone is jealous of him. They're all has-beens. And he tells them to leave and go back to the old folks' home. That's when Flair gets flared up.
Oh, that was like Mickey going after Mr. T in Rocky 3.
Very close.
Yeah, and then he died. So.
He pitied that fool.
He pretty did.
Couple chops. goes up tries to go. I think he was going for a clothesline. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
WMD. Right to Flair's dome. That's when Roman Reigns comes down. He attacks, sends Big Show over the rope. Maybe a little omen for Sunday. And Big Show holding the right arm as he's walking up the ramp. So Big Show and Roman Reigns, they're still not finished.
They got business.
Right.
Yeah.
So, wow. So you're thinking, is that your prediction, Roman Reigns?
I don't know who to. Dolph is my guy.
You?
I definitely don't think Dolph.
No, I'm talking about you.
But your pick.
For the Rumble?
Or should we reveal at the end?
Yeah, at the end.
Because I don't even have an
need
answer.
some time to think
I didn't
about
really
it,
have an
yeah.
answer.
I didn't even think about it yet. I really have no idea. Whoever I choose, I'll be wrong because I'm always wrong. So I don't want to.
So pick everyone. Yeah.
I'm like the worst predictions person ever. I'm like, just let me enjoy the show.
I think Bo Dallas is going to win it.
Yes.
Wasn't he in it last year? He was,
Yeah,
right?
he
Yes.
was in it last year.
Which an NXT person will probably show up.
I think a debut is going to happen. I don't think Bo will come back, but I think that
I mean, a bunch
we might
of-
get Adrian Neville.
We'll at
or
least have
Sami
someone
Zayn,
show up,
yeah.
which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, a bunch of them are doing the house shows. So, yeah.
Renee Young backstage with John Cena. What they decide, boom, 85% say yes. That means the match is going to happen. He said he's going to fight tonight. In moments like this, make a champion. Tonight we'll realize the champ is here.
Renee got that short bob.
Yeah, she really just.
It's like Jennifer Aniston from like 12 years ago.
But that's post Friends.
Yeah, more tail end of Friends.
Meg Ryan.
She's got a little Meg Ryan thing going now. You got
Either way,
mail.
I'm very
I don't know.
confused. I don't pay attention to
Hairdos.
anything.
Well, we'll see Renee Young in the next issue of People magazine, and we'll see how it compares.
All right.
When Melissa Rivers critiques her.
Who wore it better?
Who wore the hair better? Kane's ginger hair or Renee Young's haircut?
No one wears baby hair better than Kane.
Yeah.
How dare they even question it?
Not even babies.
No, absolutely not. Not even ginger babies. Bad News Barrett versus Dean Ambrose. Dean comes out like gangbusters, hits the bulldog, but then he tweaks that left knee again, which was re-injured this past Friday on SmackDown and over the previous week. But he eventually hits the clothesline off the ropes. He goes to the mezzanine, takes a little bit too long. Barrett hits the rope, takes down that elbow pad, gets ready for the bullhammer. Dean ducks, dirty deeds for the win. This was the non-title match, I believe.
That was cool chemistry right there.
Those two. Whew. I guess Barrett's in the Rumble for sure.
Yep.
It's interesting that no one's defending the U.S. or Intercontinental title, but it is the Rumble. So.
Oh yeah, it's Rusev. I forgot who the U.S. title holder was for a second.
Oh, yeah. he's hanging on to that for a while.
He's defending it a Dean Ambrose amount of times.
No, he's been
Really?
pretty way more than Dean
I don't know
Ambrose
if the title's been. He's been fighting. I don't know if like tonight's match with R-Truth. I don't think that was
No,
But
man,
what
Truth-
pay-per-views has he had where he's had to defend it?
he had-
Jack Swagger. That's
Okay, good point. He had a couple for sure, and I think a couple on non-pay-per-views.
yeah.
I'll give R-Truth. Well, we'll get to R-Truth. I thought he was.
Happy birthday, R-Truth.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And
Oh,
he
wonderful.
lost.
He was on.
Happy birthday.
He was on TV.
He got a live appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still there.
He's still
We support
the
that.
truth.
Yes.
And he got the city right again. So good.
And he was. And I enjoyed the rap.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those mic skills. It was great. So yeah, Bad News Barrett and Dean Ambrose both in the Rumble this Sunday. Next up, the New Day, but this time they have microphones. And this was this a little bit of foreshadowing? I'm not going to say everything that they said, but Xavier Woods mentioned, he goes, we're going to keep smiling because if we don't keep smiling, the rage comes out. And y'all don't want to see the rage. So we're going to keep smiling.
Would they turn him that fast?
That's really perceptive, though. Regardless, man, you catching that.
I find that really well. First, I'm huge fans of all three of these guys.
Yeah.
And people get mad at me. I don't know why, because they're all really talented. And don't hate on the New Day. Damn it. But yeah, it could be foreshadowing.
I mean, yeah. Just don't know how long.
I think it'll be a while. It could
2
be a
years?
gradual build-up. I don't know.
Xavier Woods takes off that walking boot he had on tonight and just like clubs
Yeah.
Kofi along the back of the head.
No, I'm not saying.
no.
No, I'm saying they will turn as a group.
Right. Yeah, and then it could be
mean-
what we hoped for back when it first started. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Initially, I don't know. I mean, it is too early to. But the way they said that, I thought that was really. I don't know. I thought it was cool.
Rage could just be like happy, positive rage on their enemies.
Yeah.
Not heavy metal, happy metal.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like, so Christian death rock is what you're saying.
Christian, that's an oxymoron if I've ever heard one.
I found it interesting nonetheless, so I don't know. But anyway, New Day, obviously Xavier Woods in the walking boot. I believe he hurt his ankle over the weekend, so hopefully he's good by Sunday because he's wrestling.
He's booked.
Yeah.
He's in.
Let's hope so. So anyway, yes, it is Big E and Kofi taking on the Masters of the Universe, Kid and Cesaro. I don't. No one's calling him that except for me. I don't know. And of course, Adam Rose ringside, all the Rosebuds.
Dancing with Natty.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Rosebuds looked extra trashy tonight. I don't know if it was the lighting, but it was like
and not enthusiastic.
It was
at
like
all.
pulling 10 people out of a dive bar down the street or something and just come on in.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of strip clubs in Dallas.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of local wrestlers in Texas, big state.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It just seemed like it wasn't the usual peppy, Disney pop kind of thing.
We
Well,
need Thea again.
yeah, that would be great. Well, I'd like to see Thea do other stuff too. That'd
Yes.
be great. But well, the thing is though with Adam Rose though, it's I think the Rosebuds are just like, huh?
They're like the wilting rosebuds.
Yeah.
There's
No one's been watering them with love and affection.
mutating to the evil plant from Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh my God. Feed me, Seymour.
Feed me, Adam. Give me a lollipop.
Yo, Kid and Cesaro, as much as we talk about the New Day with their incredible teamwork and their combination moves, Kid and Cesaro, man.
What was that double suplex thing that they did?
It was a double
brutal.
suplex.
That's what it's called?
Sure. I don't know.
Cool.
DDP Yoga
Better
will
name
strengthen
for
that core for you to hold Kofi upside down.
Cesaro
was
just the
nuts.
blood rushing to the head, and then you're right. Wow. And then, of course, the Cesaro swing into the double boot.
That's amazing.
Amazing work. We didn't actually get to see a lot of the New Day combination moves. I don't even know if Big E got in this match.
He was sweating after, but I mean, he sweats.
He was.
Yeah.
I think for a second.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
After Kofi got demolished.
He sweats profusely.
I just gotta say, Cesaro's got a lot of potential. Like, there was this one thing he said, like maybe 5 weeks ago, where he went to the Authority. Maybe it was before Survivor Series. He said, "If you guys ever need a professional, I just feel like that could be his direction. Like he can be
a
like
hitman."
But I never realized that hitman meant like mob hitman. I thought it was just like he hit a lot. But that was just me from the '80s.
Wait, you mean now or as a kid?
Just now. I never put two and two together. That hitman, they meant he was like an actual like hitman. I thought it was just like he just hit a lot because he was good.
Smarter than you?
My kid is very smarter than me.
Very smarter.
I never knew.
The phrase hitman, you never associated that with mafia activity?
But I feel like
That's amazing.
But I feel like Cesaro could be like like how Jean Reno was like the professional in that movie. Like he
Sure.
could be the kind of wrestler that that screws the silencer on the gun and just delivers the move. Like that's the kind of I feel like that's the direction he could go.
I think that's a great character for him because he doesn't have to
professional.
talk much, but he's already got, you could associate a lot of Europeans with that kind of character.
Oh, totally.
That'd be great.
Like any bad guy from the
He'd
Bourne
be like
movies.
the evil Jason Statham.
Yeah. Grow the horseshoe out again, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. A little surprising ending here. Kofi tries to go for the tag, can't quite get in. Next thing you know, he rolls up Cesaro for the win. So yeah, he probably should be a hitman. Rosebuds end up celebrating with the New Day, and so that sets up this Sunday 6-man tag match. It'll be a fun way to kick off. I mean, the 6 of those guys.
That is great. I feel the crowd gonna love it. So
Yeah. I'm interested to see if New Day comes out with microphones each time, and if they keep giving us little hints as to like which route they're gonna go.
Interesting.
Because I mean, right now it's all gospel, but
Death metal gospel.
death metal gospel.
Christian death metal gospel.
That'll be on iTunes real quick.
That'll be its own new category of music.
Yeah, 6-man tag, pre-show, kickoff, Royal Rumble. God, I'm pumped for this pay-per-view. It's gonna be really fun. Next, it's the NWO. Hey yo, good to see Scott Hall. Just good to see Scott Hall.
Doing his thing.
Yeah, just good to see
With
him.
the toothpick.
Nash looking fresh off his Magic Mike dancing.
Yes, and I did see him. I mean, I watched on HBO Go. I saw Grandma's Boy a few weeks ago. I'm like, oh yeah, he's in that too. And he's in John Wick.
He gets a lot of roles.
He's got a good agent.
I thought he was funny in The Longest Yard too when he took the estrogen pills and started crying.
Oh yeah,
I enjoyed that.
that was nice.
So Scott Hall says, who's here for the Legends reunion with the NWO? People, boom, they cheer. Nash plugs the network and then says the NWO is responsible for anything great that has ever been created. And to that, I applaud because that was a really great soundbite.
So they're not responsible for the fall of WCW, so that's good.
Well,
That was more a Bischoff thing, I guess.
that was way more. That was the people behind the camera. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of decisions. We can count them. Have they done a countdown on why WCW crashed? The top 10 reasons?
Yeah, you should probably just... They're made out of episodes, and they're called the Monday Night Wars. And
True.
basically, they pick apart every possible thing.
But
Yes.
that'd be a fun countdown. Wouldn't it?
It'd be like a Bleacher Report article. That'd be a cool little like slideshow to scroll through.
Like what title runs would be in that top 10?
The finger poke.
Yep, finger poke. What's his name?
David Arquette.
David Arquette. When Vince Russo came out and just started bitching about Hogan, that got to be number 4, maybe.
Oh, someone, Jeff Jarrett laying down for Hogan.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, by then I think it was already tanking. But still,
Okay.
that's whoa, what an uncomfortable moment.
I've
that
learned
was.
a lot from the network, so yeah. 13, 15 episodes, whatever it was.
I give you credit for watching all of them. I just ran out of time.
Yeah, I multitask.
Yeah, you have a kid. Do you and Beckett just watch?
No, but he's like naturally now mimicking what wrestlers, not only what their themes are, but like what their poses are.
Oh,
No.
wow.
So I don't know if I'm like teasing his next video or whatever, but I mean, I feel like I could do one with him. Just
What does he do? Like the
I'm
HBK?
I'm like Beckett. What does Randy Orton do?
Oh my God.
So
How old is
he
he?
always does this. He always does Hideo Itami.
That
Hold up the
kid.
fingers.
Your kid's gonna be DDTing other kids in like kindergarten.
He does splashes, I think, on kids in daycare. So he's
How old is he?
2 3/4. Still 2 guys.
Can you imagine parent-teacher conferences in kindergarten? Like,
Yeah.
well, your son.
He's a nice boy, but why is his face painted
Why
every
does
day?
he keep telling me I can't see him?
RKO'd.
Why does he pretend to shake things? What's he doing? You're a good dad, man. I'll tell you what.
I'm trying.
Anyways, X-Pac hits the microphone. He gets cut off by the aforementioned Ascension. Oh, boy. And all they see are his 3 old dogs begging to be put out of their misery. We were born and bred.
To rip and shred.
Yep.
Yeah.
watch Lifetime now.
Someone just got
When is
kidnapped.
Chris Lee Knows Best coming on?
Oh, man. Can you imagine? They should be on Chris Lee's Knows Best.
I think Chris Lee should be the guest referee between the New Age Outlaws and the Ascension.
Well, if Chris Lee wasn't a match against the Ascension, that would be one time I would root for the
You would root-
Ascension.
okay.
Oh, I'd root hard for the Ascension. Just fall Amanda Chris Lee like 9 times.
Yeah, just tag match with Chris Lee and the mom from Honey Boo
You
Boo.
never watched Chris Lee Knows Best. Why are you so against him?
I've watched the first 2 minutes after Raw on multiple occasions, and it makes me want to
While you're
vomit.
composing tweets.
That show makes me want to upchuck just by watching the opening sequence.
So many better things to watch at 11:05.
So many better things, like us.
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
here.
Yeah, so anyways, they're talking smack. Welcome to the wasteland. That's when Hall flicks a toothpick at him, which was fantastic. That's when JBL gets up. He's like, hey, hold on a second. Takes off his jacket. He's like, I knew this was going to happen. He takes off his shirt. He's like, I called another legend. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Damn. Ron Simmons comes out wearing the APA t-shirts. They jump in the ring. Next thing you know, oh, you didn't know. The New Age Outlaws, they hit the ring. So at this point, they're outnumbered 7-8 to 2.
82 to 4 or something. 83
like
to
that.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
Very quickly, sidetracking.
please, jump
I
in.
have to give a shout out to Tina Keys on our chat
Hey, what's
right
up,
now,
girl?
because she said her son actually rock bottomed a kid at daycare when he was 4.
No.
Well, 4, that's okay.
How do you do that? Did the kid know? Tina, did the kid know he was doing it? Because you got to help with the rock bottom. Otherwise, it's basically a clothesline. That's terrible.
Because I have a confession that Beck and I do have a web series called Try This at Home, where it's a different move I do on him each episode. So I haven't done the rock bottom yet, but I mean, I've done.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What's that? There
We'll
was a
talk about that
viral
later.
video with a dad and like the baby doing wrestling.
Or like how to fight a baby. There was a video
Oh
called
yeah,
how to fight a baby.
That was so adorable.
It was like a 6-month-old baby.
It was so cute. It's laughing the entire time. It's like going onto a mattress.
And the kid's like punching the dad back or something?
I don't think he's just like a baby just
Just
sitting
doing
there.
wrestling
It's
moves,
just
getting
how to
tossed
fight a baby.
around. Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, it was great.
I don't watch many things on YouTube. So yeah, they all attack the Ascension. Nash and Road Dogg dance a little bit. JBL clothesline from hell. I mean, the Ascension just get demolished.
I'm glad just to see. I mean, it's good to have heels get like heat responses. Not like they're not cool heels, which is cool. I just think if you look at the glass half full,
that's true, yeah.
It's good to have like someone other than the Miz that you just hate
the crowd really
you hate them.
They hate them.
Yeah,
and that's really, you're right. It's tough to get that nowadays. In this modern era.
Yeah, you watch 80s WWF and it's like they really hate the bad guys. All of them.
Oh.
No cool ones.
Almost every 80s wrestler from the 70s, 80s has at least one story about like someone trying to stab them or like someone trying to literally harm them. Yeah. Oh yeah, Roddy Piper's been stabbed. I mean, Iron Sheik has been attacked many times.
I mean, it's good to have that team that's genuinely hated that will get that against whoever you put them against. So I think it makes it more like a useful tool to be just,
I'm excited for the Outlaws and Ascension on Sunday now. I think that's cool.
Hey man, that was a Billy Gunn, man. That was a great move.
Yo, Billy, damn, that guy doesn't age.
Yeah. No, he cut the hair. He cut the hair. He went, retro, Billy and Chuck style, and it's great.
He's put
well, not style that style, but Billy, Billy and Chuck hair.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, okay.
He's putting in work down at that performance center. I know he's training people, but man, he's getting in the ring too.
Oh, cool.
So that's gonna be a fun match, I think. Authorities backstage. Drum roll, please. And there's a little drummer boy. Little drummer man.
Large drummer man.
He's a large drummer man.
Better than the therapist from last week, so better than the Dean Ambrose sessions.
Come on, man. I like the therapist.
That's an ugly cry.
Yeah. I was a non-union actor if I ever saw one. I don't know.
You told me you wouldn't have done it?
I would have totally done it.
There you go.
I would have gone FICOR for that.
That's an insider reference.
Yeah.
Anyway, drum roll, please. John Cena will face Seth Rollins. No, keep drumming. And The Big Show. No, keep drumming.
Oh.
And Kane.
Oh, God.
There it is. You're all fired. It's going to be a 3-on-1 tonight in the main event. If John Cena wins, he gets his title shot. If he loses, no one gets their jobs back. And then all of a sudden, Jared from Subway comes in and plays taps. Yeah, such a sad song. Creeps me out.
I would have broken out my trombone for that one. I've played trombone in high school, so I don't know where it is.
You play a lot of instruments. I've only ever seen you do guitar, but trombone.
I'm a better trombone player than I'm. Anyway, that's for like my music show coming on later at 1 a.m. at my house. So,
Evan and Beckett Sage.
Google
Daddy
Hangout.
plays the trombone. Natty and Paige versus Summer Rae and Alicia Fox. This match didn't last long at all. Natty and Paige, solid teamwork. Kick to Fox's face. I did like Alicia's full body flip, and then she taps out to the PTO. So this Sunday, we don't even have a Divas title match, right?
It's in this like ambiguous gray area of...
What the hell?
I mean, everyone in it is on the show, so I mean, that is the vehicle.
So the tag match this Sunday, it's Natty and Paige versus, who is it? Alicia and Natty? I'm sorry, Alicia and Summer? Wait, what the hell?
Natty's on both sides.
No, I'm sorry.
Bella's versus Natty and Paige. So it's like the odd couple versus the twins.
And it's not a fatal four-way.
No title. Flat out, straight up tag.
What? Well, why?
Maybe just make sure Nikki has it until WrestleMania, and then they'll do another big old battle royal or Divas challenge or something.
Maybe this could be, because I don't think we ever really saw the ending of Bella versus Bella.
Several people in chat are saying that Nikki's hurt, so that's why she's not defending the title.
Ooh, so it's going to be mostly Brie then. Okay. That would make sense.
Strained left hamstring.
Ooh, that's probably from the beer pong on the Total Divas episode last night against John.
Oh, yeah? I did not.
Oh, it was a good competitive episode.
Why didn't they work that into the...
That was, high rating for John Cena last night on Total Divas.
Why? What do you do?
He was really himself and goofy because he was like being over, like they were being so competitive. They were having like a decathlon of who's better at stuff. And, they're doing like from skee ball to Grand Prix go-karting and everything.
Can he fit in a go-kart?
They found a go-kart. They closed down some ring that they went in, but it was
They're like, John, it's just a VW bug, but that's close enough for you. Get in there and run around.
But it was cool. He was definitely like just having fun in his element. And
Well, party on. So yeah, tag match this Sunday. I would still like to, I don't know. I mean, I know people were not enjoying the whole Bella versus Bella thing, but I don't know. I'd like to give him one more shot to see him Face. If we're not going to have someone be a clear #1 contender, at least have the sisters fight it out.
It's just one of those undiscussed lack of continuity things where it's like, when did they make? At least just show us.
It's definitely discussed by everyone except WWE.
So
that's what it is.
I feel like on the commercial break on the WWE app, oh, they're cool.
Yeah,
that's all we needed.
Sisters forgive.
Just some hugging.
New Day versus Cesaro, Kid, Adam Rose for the Rumble kickoff. We already mentioned that. Rusev and Lana in the ring. R-Truth comes down. You know, hey, R-Truth got a nice moment on his birthday.
Literally just a moment.
Just a moment.
Yeah. And I got flag clarification because every time they drop the Russian flag, I'm like, doesn't another country have that flag? But actually, yeah, if you rotate the Russian flag 90 degrees, that is France.
It is interesting.
I was like, huh. Unless it's just like instead of a heel turn, I guess you could have a nationality turn. Peels off his beard and it's just some French mustache that remains.
He's smoking a long cigarette.
Lana could look French. She could pull it off.
Put on a beret.
Yeah. She could do it.
Yeah, this match didn't last long. Rusev crushed pretty quick.
That's a birthday present right there.
Well, I imagine he's in the Rumble, right?
Oh, he's got to be.
Because we got 30 people. How many have they announced? 10.
How many repeat offenders
14.
from the previous matches will come back from their other separate matches? And
well, I would be sad if we didn't get at least one NXT person and at least 1 or 2 surprises from the past, or returns, if you will.
I feel like we could get Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville in the Rumble.
That would be a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
I think just one debut, make it strong.
But I mean, there's been huge roster cuts in the last year, so you never know.
Here's a question: do you think we'll see Randy Orton? Because here's the thing: if he enters the Rumble, technically, wouldn't the Authority be the ones to put him back in? Why would they put him in the Rumble? So there'd have to be some kind of reason for him. That's why I thought we might see him tonight, but we didn't.
No, I think we're gonna see him. I mean, he's been doing house shows, and sometimes you just let the guy fight.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but if we're going by storyline, and I'm not trying to be a nitpicker here, but why would they put him in the Rumble when they clearly put him out? You know what I'm saying?
But they did it via injury though, right? They didn't fire him.
Well, no, but they curb stomped him off the concrete. So why would they want to put him in the Rumble when they know he's basically an enemy right now?
Well, maybe Randy Orton could beat someone up backstage.
So that maybe he could get hurt more by other people.
But I'd say say someone's about to enter and then Orton RKOs them backstage and then he just runs down the aisle and then it's he takes that guy's number, he comes in, he knocks out. If Seth Rollins doesn't win, he'll knock him out of the ring or something.
That could be cool.
Okay.
Because I could see Orton Rollins at WrestleMania.
That would be a rule oversight I'd be willing to see if he if he RKOs someone out of nowhere backstage.
You can RKO one of the Ascension if they're going to be in the Royal Rumble and just take that.
Or one of the Matadors. Someone.
Yeah, anyone.
That'd be cool.
Bo.
Yeah. Oh, Bo would be a perfect target.
It's I haven't even got back yet.
Yeah. But yeah, we got to see him, right? Sunday?
Yeah.
Or unless they wait till the Raw after.
Yeah, usually there's one main eventer that comes back, right? Or otherwise they would have probably saved Bryan for the Rumble, but I think money's on Orton.
Definitely
Dark
Orton,
horse.
and I still would like to see another surprise or two. And maybe one legend. That'd be kind of fun, right?
Sting.
Ooh. No.
So we think that he only has 4 appearances left?
We think Sting signed a 6-appearance contract. Appearance 1, Survivor Series. Appearance 2 tonight. Then I don't know if the third one would happen at the Rumble.
I did not expect to see Sting tonight.
No.
That was a surprise.
And the beautiful thing is there was no music that hit. It was just the shot. Just then the music.
Although they were just it's a picture of Sting when it clearly wasn't a picture of Sting.
Yeah. He moved. He was a person.
And he stole Edge's jacket.
Yeah.
And
Sting was looking fly.
Yeah, he went a little broody, maybe.
He sure did. So anyways, let's get to that. Rollins runs into Lesnar backstage. I love what Lesnar says here. He's like, I'm a prize fighter, and I hope you take out Cena tonight, because on Sunday, I'm going to take you out and get paid for it. Dug that. And Rollins looked legitimately frightened.
Yeah. You yelled a little too loud in my face, so I got to take a little inch back.
Heels got to look scared. And Rollins is really, he just gets better and better every week.
But it almost continues the turn of Brock, whether it lasts for the evening or the week or whatever. But
it's just, how do you not like Lesnar? He's one of the greatest athletes of modern times.
And the belt looks great on him. Tonight especially, I just think the dude's arm.
He's scary.
He's terrifying.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Heyman, Heyman's so great, he can make you love him or hate him. But man, I mean, Lesnar, there's something weird's gonna happen on Sunday. I don't know what.
The road will twist
Good prediction.
to WrestleMania.
Yeah, something. Here's my prediction. Some weird.
Something's gonna happen. Someone's gonna win the Rumble. Mm-hmm. And
the Ascension's
29 people are gonna lose it.
Right. The Ascension's gonna scream.
They will shred.
Oh yeah.
And shred.
They're gonna rip.
Having been born and bred.
They're gonna rip first.
Yeah.
And then shred as well.
It's good.
Together.
It's like we're correcting an SAT sentence together. Like, that's the right grammar.
Your punctuation's on point. Miz versus Jey Uso. This was rather quick. It's not Mizdow, it's Miz now. Don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Uso splash for the win. Any thoughts about this tag match going in? Miz and Mizdow want to get those titles back. Usos want to retain.
I think you just need a different flavor. You need something. It just feels like it has been a little repetitive, but as long as Mizdow is still funny, it's okay. But it's... but it does frame it a little like...
Do you feel like what do you call him? Sandopak?
X-Dow.
X-Dow. Do you feel like X-Dow and this Sunday will be the beginning of the end for the Mizdows?
This could be...
We've been saying it's the beginning of the end for so long.
Well,
I mean, when he tagged himself in and won the titles for them, that wasn't really the seed number one.
We were talking about how Damian Sandow or Mizdow or whatever you want to call him accidentally eliminating Miz, and then that's what starts it all.
And then the question is, then maybe he's conflicted about eliminating himself, and he's like, nah, I'm staying in. That'd be cool.
Or Miz gets pissed that he finds out Mizdow's getting an agent, and I'm like, wait, what are you doing? I was up for this part. Why are you in this part?
Yeah. I think they're going to be... here's the thing. Are they going to be in the Rumble, though? They kind of have to be now, right?
I could see them do double duty, yeah. That's the thing. Tag matches, you can assume they could come back.
You've got to. I think Usos retain under some weird circumstances with Miz and Mizdow.
Right.
They both enter the Rumble because they're too good to not be in the Rumble.
Right.
And then once again... something happens.
Something weird is definitely going to happen on
I just
Sunday.
wonder if Rollins is going to be in the Rumble because he's like the biggest guy, but I feel like he's just one and done for the night.
Because he might cash in.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's weird because the Rumble is... That's how the show's going to end, right? It's got to. So the title match has to be prior to the Rumble.
Well, obviously, we could just have, Cena could win, and then he can win the Rumble, and he can cash in on himself or something like that. Or Rollins can win either way.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
But the Rumble has to be the way it ends. So the title match has to be before that. So, yeah, I don't think we see a cash in. I don't think.
Yeah, they could book that match last after the match, but I don't think they would. No.
I like seeing the Rumble be the...
When's the last time they've had it where it wasn't the Rumble closing the show? Like, I feel like it's at least 7 years or something.
I remember last year it was Batista because people were none too pleased.
That was the height of like...
Beginning of Bautista.
Yeah. I mean, as that Rumble went off the air, people were just like...
Mick Foley smashes TV.
He sure did.
Yep.
Or threw a hammer through... I forget what it was exactly.
Noel, maybe. I don't know. Never mind.
So, yeah, that's going to be a tag match for the titles this Sunday. Next, like we said, New Age Outlaws versus Ascension at the Rumble. Another match made now to the main event. John Cena versus Rollins, Big Show, and Kane. Cena comes out fighting. I enjoyed this match. There were a lot of near falls and, I don't know, just good chemistry.
Yeah, put him out of the ring when you're about to get the 3, and yep.
Came out fighting against Rollins. Kane took control. J&J tries to get involved. Multiple roll-ups from Rollins for the win. Really had people kind of on the edge of their seats. AA to Rollins. Kane pulls him out. Spear by the Big Show, which was nasty. Oh. Dude, how does Big Show still do what he does? It's unbelievable to me.
We could see I'd like to see a spear versus spear. Big Show and Reigns going at each other at the same time. I think they'd both explode.
I could see one of them entering the Rumble and maybe one of them spearing him through the second rope. They take each other out, but neither one's eliminated yet.
Yeah.
And eventually they kind of climb back in, maybe. I don't know. But, they're going to be...
They could roll out the bottom and...
They could eliminate each other. Who knows? Of course, the Authority taunts Cena while he's out of the ring. He just gets back in the ring at like 9.5. Chokeslam from Kane. A kick out. And then at this point, we're like, all right, what's going to happen? I predicted all the legends would come back to help. Once again, I'm wrong. As always.
But instead of 3 legends, we got a legend.
That 401k vigilante.
Yes.
Sting. He shows up on the Titantron. Next thing you know, Cena with the roll-up for the win. He gives the jobs back to Ziggler. Ryback, Rowan, who no doubt will be in the Rumble this Sunday.
And that's why Obama's rating has gone up, creating jobs on live television.
When the hell is his rating gone up?
I don't know.
After
It was
Between Two Ferns definitely went up.
It was trending on Facebook today.
What was?
His approve rating's like the highest in 18 months.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Well, I don't know how high it was, but
All I hear is that no one ever approves anything. So I don't know.
There you go.
So Sting, it was cool. Sting actually, he pretty much just stopped like top of the ramp. Just stood there.
Yeah.
Cena gets the win. Boom. Everyone gets their job back. Cena's still in the triple threat. And Triple H, I think, gets up on the Spanish announce table and just starts flipping out.
Is there a Spanish announce table on Raw?
I think so. No?
Maybe it's a German one now. I don't know.
Might be a German one.
Yeah.
Or a Russian one. Or a
see.
French one.
We'll see. We'll see.
Turn it on its side.
Turn it sideways. Then Lesnar hits the ring. I love it. He just goes after Rollins, attacks him, F5 to Kane, and by God, an F5 to Big Show. How you doing that?
And Brock is our hero.
Yeah.
Apparently, Cesaro
What?
Instagrammed a picture, a selfie of him, and the Big Show is on the screen behind him. He says, "Nobody can throw you over the top rope?" Question mark, question mark. Remember me, Big
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. The Andre the Giant
Show?
Memorial
Hashtag
Battle
Raw,
Royal.
hashtag Andre the Giant.
Put that
Memorial
trophy
Battle
back
Royal
together again.
winner.
Good for Cesaro. That's a great tweet.
Hashtag hashtag selective memory. Hashtag deliver. hashtag.
Now we're just reading hashtags.
Cesaro's all about hashtagging. Nice.
You gotta be on Insta.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that F5 to
And
Big
get
Show,
them
I mean,
likes.
Cena, of course, gives a lot of AAs to Big Show, but the F5, that's a little harder to execute. Holy cow.
He's done it before, but I mean, even still,
Yeah.
it's always like,
But what a way to end Raw. We end with Lesnar and Heyman standing tall. The Authority's pissed off. Sting showed up. Cena's still in the main event, and now we have three guys with their jobs back.
Cena runs out into the crowd, gets like high five from all every fans, young and old, as he just kind of fades to the side. Yeah, that was heavy hitting.
A lot of question marks. I mean, do you want to why don't we do this? Let's run through. We got time. We got about 8 minutes. You want to run through predictions on the pay-per-view?
Sure.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
hit it.
Well, let's start off with the pre-show. Let's go.
Your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
Oh, that's new.
That scared the holy hell. Thanks, Phil. All right, we're going to go New Day versus Adam Rose, Kid, and Cesaro in the pre-show kickoff 6-man.
Oh gosh.
I have my prediction for one reason, but go ahead.
Masters of the Universe.
Really? Okay.
It'd be cool if it was an elimination match, but you know, Masters. Well, it's Cesaro all
Is
the
it
way.
an elimination match?
No, I don't think so. I think
No.
it's just a typical 6. But
One fall.
yeah, let's go Tyson and Cesaro doing cool stuff.
I think it's them as well, actually.
I'm saying New Day because Adam Rose is involved.
Oh,
So,
well done, sir.
yeah, I'm saying New Day. I don't think their rivalry's done. I don't know. I don't understand the Adam Rose Kid Cesaro combo. It's just it's
It's
something.
like-
I get
Yeah.
it, but
Maybe the bunny will come back for the distraction. We'll finally get the bunny again.
yeah.
That would be
He's
cool.
only doing pay-per-views now.
Bunnies do not hop for free.
What if we see the bunny in the Rumble? Because you got to imagine Adam. Will Adam Rose be in the Rumble? Yeah. Right.
Bunny comes in and eliminates Adam Rose from the Rumble.
And then reveals himself, which
As
Lord knows who the hell that would be.
Sting, I guess.
That would
but
be
who could it be?
Sami Zayn, because he is the bunny sometimes.
Yeah, I was really hoping it'd be Darren Young, but he was on Raw the other week. So
It's hard. Can't really see what color his wrists are. The bunny's wrists when you see them.
Well, it's because it's 3 different people.
yeah, or we could just have the
changes.
bunny distract during the pre-show kickoff. Boom, that sets up Bunny versus Rose. Maybe I don't know.
Or it could be 3 different people in one suit, just like, you know, when you're a horse and one person's got to be the front legs and one person's got to be back, but, you know, probably not.
And what's funny is, as excited as we are for the Rumble, we're talking about a bunny, which is still a little bit weird.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah. All right, Natty and Paige versus the Bellas. Go.
I'm sorry. I'm always Paige every day, 24/7, 365.
Beckett Sage likes her as well, doesn't he?
We got photos with Paige. I mean,
But
yeah.
do you think he'll remember any of these pictures? Because at that age, it's hard to remember.
I mean, he still even remembers all the wrestlers for 6 months going on at least. So I feel like it's just going to stay with him. He's just not going to remember how he knows them.
That's true.
It's just going to be like, they were implanted into my memory.
It's like an old Pavlov experiment. Daddy brainwashed me.
Every time I say we're here, he'll be like, Bray Wyatt.
Cathy, what do you think?
I think
I know, it's a tough one, right?
I don't know. This one's the one that I feel like could go either way. Mm-hmm. Because there's no real storyline behind it.
I'm thinking this ends in like some kind of weird DQ.
Twin Magic.
Maybe.
Does that still exist?
Well, it could. They could pull that off in heel fashion.
Injured.
They could just stuff Bree's chesticles, and then maybe that would be easier to decipher.
Hard
Not
to
decipher. Yeah.
Well,
We'll see.
anyways. New Age Outlaws versus the Ascension. God, I mean, come on.
I'm going Ascension.
You have
I'm
to.
on the.
You have to. Oh, Kathy doesn't have to. I'm not telling you what to do.
No, I'm just not happy with it.
Well, the thing is, do they win clean or do they win, with underhanded motives and methods?
Oh, I think it's going to be shady. I think it's going to be nasty. I mean, they're heels. They got to cheat.
Yeah, they got to shred.
They got to rip. They got to shred. They got to cheat.
They got to be bred.
Well, first
they're going to hit them with a loaf of bread.
You have to be born, then bred.
Okay.
Before you can rip and shred. That's how that works.
And then Dumbo flies off on his own.
So you're saying?
The Ascension. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a clean sweep there. Tag titles: Miz and Mizdow versus the Usos.
Usos routine.
Yeah, Usos got more. They got more in the tank to carry these titles this time around.
No doubt. I'm kind of intrigued that Naomi's not involved in a Divas match. They've been putting her a ton on TV, and now it's just like, nah.
I don't know. It's just a week off. I'm not sure what's going on.
Or Naomi causes the Bellas to lose.
So with this potential brand split coming soon again.
Really?
Yeah, there was a lot of rumor about it over the weekend.
I'm on board with that. I called it like a month ago. I'd love to see Raw versus SmackDown again. That'd be great. Have a little bit of competition.
Yeah, maybe like a draft every 6 months, not a year.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. Would they do that with the girls as well? Just have them on...
Oh, all on one show.
Yeah.
Probably.
Or would they just be on both?
The title would probably only be on one show, but then,
Man, that's a tough
could have,
call.
trades for like a wrestler to be named later.
I feel like all the divas need to be on one show because why would you have cut off half the roster and put them on a show where they're not fighting for anything? You need them all on one show.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then what happens with, what is main event?
Yeah, and do you bring back the title, the World Heavyweight Championship for that show, for one show?
Well, the champion can fight on both. That's clear.
Okay. Yeah.
I still want to see it. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so we say Usos. That's unanimous. And I believe those are all the matches we have right now. Those 4 tags. That's it.
Yes.
Cool. Let's get to the Royal Rumble.
And and we'll save the 3-way match after the Rumble prediction.
What are you talking about? Oh, I'm sorry, main event.
Yeah.
Go for it. I have no prediction. I have no idea.
I'll say Brock.
All right. Yeah.
Well,
Shimmy.
Flair comes back.
Great answer. Woo! I have no idea. I really don't know. Oh hell. I can't even predict what's going to happen. I would say Brock, right?
Brock or Cena. I think there's no way Rollins gets it clean in the.
No, I think Rollins hangs on to the briefcase though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe someone's going through a table. Who knows?
I'm still trying to figure out if this brand split is going to happen or not. How was I the only one that heard about it?
Oh, the triple 6-man tag is an elimination match. Thank you, Scott_Murrin. So
Boom.
I'm still saying New Day. I think Xavier goes out first because of his foot, but I'm still saying New Day.
Okay.
So there you go. All right. So Brock, the rest of us have no clue. Finally, the Rumble. Do you have a winner?
I'll still.
I don't.
I'll just say Ziggler just to be different.
That'd be.
To pick a dark horse.
That's an amazing pick.
It's either Reigns or Bryan, so
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think it's either one.
Then that is good.
Yeah, Kathy.
I don't know.
I think based off of who would be amazing in a main event, you go Dean Ambrose. But he could wrestle a main event at any point in the card, so I don't think he necessarily needs to win it.
Okay.
You know what? I'm saying Randy Orton.
There you go.
I don't know.
That's a good one.
CM Punk.
Oh.
Dare to dream.
Yeah, right? Well, that's the show, everybody. Evan Wecksell, put yourself over, my friend.
FunnyEvan.com, at Evan Wecksell on Twitter. My child is BeckettSage.com.
Cathy Kelley.
Yes.
You can follow me on Twitter at Catherine Kelly, on Instagram at Cathy Kelley, and I have a new web series called Show MG, which you can find on YouTube.
That's awesome. At Jay Quasto, at Wrestling Buds, and at The Walking Dale. Dale and I have a show. Obviously, you all know that. This past week, we had Stephanie McMahon. It was awesome. And this week, we got Xavier Woods, a full interview with him. And now I'm losing my voice. So yeah, at Wrestling Buds, listen to the show on iTunes, and then we'll see you next week, guys. Enjoy the Rumble. I can't speak.
Yes.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.